Hello everyone, Thranxes here, and welcome back to Conan Exiles, episode 105, where we're going to get some brimstone and do some construction. Alright, so as I was gearing up for our next episode to do some construction, I realized we're going to need more brimstone, and I thought if I have to come down here anyways, I should dig around and see if there's going to be anything worth my time, and realized we had thralls. Well, part of what I want to do is to get some thralls from the mounds of the dead village. I would like to do my fighting close to the tower at this point, since I'm starting to go all in on the tower. And I thought, you know, if I bring a bunch of thralls, though, I'm not going to be able to carry a lot of brimstone back, so I think what we're going to do is we're just going to actually grab a smelter. Looks like we got a Black Hand Nordheimer smelter from the pirate ship. And then that should be it for thralls. I think we're going to let the rest go, even though we have a named archer here and an archer 3, and I think there's another archer 3 over there. I feel like we had a soldier at some point. I just don't remember what happened to them. And I had to take off my armor in this zone because, of course, it is swelteringly hot. And that star metal armor really seals in the heat. So we can't have that. It's going to be bad enough when we go to get some brimstone. But we're not going to spend too much time down here in the episode. I just figured it had been a while since we'd been down here, so we should do it together. See the change of scenery, the desert, our old building, things left behind. Because it seems like in the north it's always just cold and rainy and snowy and packs of wolves. So I thought we'd come down here and we'd sweat it out in a salt bath with giant rhinoceroses. As a change of pace. Okay, so we need some brimstone. And I discovered the last time I came here that these pillars really don't give as much as they used to. They used to give a tremendous amount of brimstone. And now, even with a really good pick, it's limited. This is a neat little area to gather stuff in, though. Especially as it gets dark, it starts to get really creepy in here. I do like how the different zones all have their own feel. No matter how far you get in the game, you always need brimstone. So if you don't come back here, then you have to go to the east side of the map, where the Black Hand pirates are. You can get brimstone over there. But I like this area here. I don't see any rhinos. I think we'll just stay up top for now. So without any armor, we're not going into heat stroke, which is good. It's very easy with even the lightest of armor to go into heat stroke here in the salt pits. So we need to be careful of that. What is weighing so much? I know it's not the brimstone. The armor weighs a little bit. Mostly it's the thrall. But that's okay. We just have to accept that. Look at the trees. I love the trees in here. I wish I knew the lore behind it. I seem to recall it being foggier the last time I was here. Alright, we're going to go deeper in. That's right, the next level. Alright. Seems pretty safe. Normally there's rhinos walking around in here. You gotta be very careful, but I guess that just goes to show you is you never really know. Ooh, they did retool fall damage. That wasn't bad at all. All I know is you have to be careful in here. You never know when you're going to stumble right upon one of the dark rhinos, the mini-bosses. And then you're actually in a real fight. You're just trying to get brimstone. Alright, I think that's probably about enough of that. I'm sure everybody is thrilled with the Salt Lakes. Let's get back up to the north with our goods. Alright, and we're back. So let's go ahead and throw all our brimstone in here. Our smelter can go right over here. Actually, how about in the thrall location? Thank you. That'll help us with this iron. We should have a lot of the materials necessary to actually do a significant amount of construction. So that's what I would like this episode to focus on. As such, it may contain more edits than normal. I do hope this is okay. Let's get our stuff started here. So what do we have? Iron, brimstone, right. I'm going to go 1, 2, and 1. 1, 2, and 1. Short on tar, but that's okay. Not the end of the world just yet. Oh, out of fuel. Good thing I know where to get some of that. This place is actually starting to come along quite well. I'm very excited to see how it's going to go over time. And this is not the one we did. This one needs fuel. And so what we need, though, is we need a place to get more thralls. We need a place that we can farm thralls and ambrosia close by. And use this more as our main base of operations. So that being said, I'm going to get the rest of my inventory straightened out with the construction that I need. Oh wait, no, before we do that. Whew, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's talk about something new that I noticed. Pardon me, almost had the hiccups there for a moment. Ooh, I hope that doesn't start. Anyways, I was learning the Wheel of Pain and went to learn the Greater Wheel of Pain and saw something really nifty. Leather bindings, strong enough to constrain a captive for a long while, kind of neat, and a steel truncheon. Now it occurred to me with the leather bindings we might be able to get the length of the Mounds of the Dead up to where we are, but I'm not going to try actually. So there's another little village here, there's a big one here, there's one here, more over this way. All of these are ripe targets. What we want is something sort of, what's that, the Dirgewood, that's the Borrow King. We're going to set up somewhere like right around here. Really simple structure, nothing extreme, just a Wheel of Pain to get some thralls. But we have the truncheon, which is really neat to help knocking foes out. But I don't think, nope, see, they do the same thing. So now, a work table equipped for a taskmaster. Torturer's work table. What? Well, we're going to have to make some of this stuff. So let's get down there and get everything settled out, and let's give ourselves a nice little thrall place to take over these people that created the Borrow King. I don't know if they really did, but that's what I'm going with. So let's get down there. I'm going to grab some construction materials and probably rearrange my inventory a little bit. And I'll bring you back when we are ready to go. Okay, this should be good. I had to throw down a little bit of stuff to get out from being over encumbered, but we have all these insulated wooden pieces left, so I think we're just going to make the whole structure over there out of insulated wood, save the tier 3 stuff for over here, because eventually we're going to replace all this with tier 3 stuff, and, you know, feels like we need that up here in the north, but down there it's a little cooler. It's still the north, but it's a little, I'm sorry, not cooler, more temperate, less cool, and so it should be fine with the insulated wood. Plus, I think that'll look better with the Greater Wheel of Pain. We have ambrosia. We have a good bit to get started. We're going to do a little bit of back and forth. I don't think, really, that we have a need to bring anything else just yet. I think we should get our foundation established, figure out where the wheel is going to go, and then we'll just make a few trips back and forth, like I said. Okay, well, we got down out of the snow. This place is a little treacherous. I'm starting to agree with my decision to set up an area down here because, my goodness, Can you imagine? Can you just imagine if we had to carry a thrall back past all of this without being able to run, without being able to pull out a torch or a shield? Yeah, that would be a little tough. But I want to build something that's really cool. So I don't want to build anything really necessarily big, but I want to build something small and to the point, but with character. That's what I'm looking for. Ooh. That's our place, right? We're kind of looking at the, yeah, that's the big place. Okay. All right. Well, what can we do here? We could build up along this top area a little bit. I'd almost like to build something kind of into the mountain. That could be really neat. Let's look at some dimensions. I don't want to take too long doing this, but I definitely want this building to be really cool. Not enough contact with the ground. Show me how big it is. I just want some size of reference here. Okay. It's a little larger than the regular Wheel of Pain, but significantly taller. It's almost 2 stories. It is 2 stories. Okay, let's not hit the wrong button. Let's just switch over to something else. Okay. How close can we... Yeah, okay, so let's see how close are we able to build to this city over here. Oh, look, they're letting us get real close. We should just park it right on their front door. How do you like me now? It's like, I think those guys are up to no good out there. It's like, who? It's building the greater Wheel of Pain right out in front of our front door. I think there's ill intent. Oh my goodness, they're going to let me go right up to the... This seems like a... Okay, building is not allowed here. That's where it stops. Oh my goodness. Well, I don't want to build that close. That seems a little too close. Something neat, though. Something really neat. Let's see. If it was down here, it would be like this. So if it was here, it'd be like this. Oh, climb it! Climb it! If you have to, go ahead and climb it. Oh, we're encumbered and we have heavy armor and we still made it. Nice. A nice gradual slope. That's kind of neat. That could be cool, right? Maybe. I sort of want it to be built into the mountainside here. Let's see. What do we have on the other side? Well, we could get right up next to this door. No, because then we're gonna be fending off guards and archers potentially on a regular basis. I don't know about all that. Build this. We have a natural path up. Oh, right. Yeah, there's another camp up here. So let's go kind of central, like I was thinking, because there's more camps to the south anyways. I don't want to build necessarily with that top one in mind. But let's build right here. I sort of like this. I'm thinking, let's see. The only thing to it is to do it right, and then we'll figure it out as we go. Does that sound about right? I mean, that sounds about right to me. Thinking we have to go, like... maybe that's a bit much. I'm not sure. Let's see. We'll start laying it out. We'll start laying it out. Right, and then it's going to be right. See, that's where we're going to start running into problems. Okay, well, let's fix that. That's an easy fix, actually. Not a big deal. It's always important to give a foundation under your foundation. If it gives you the option, it means it's not a recommendation. It's secretly telling you you need to do this. Just in case you ever couldn't get a foundation to snap the way you wanted to. Alright, and now we're talking... Why won't you let me snap to there? Okay, well now it's not making sense that it's fighting with me. Let's see if I can do it from here. Really, you're going to try to place one on top of... Oh, you can put squares on top of triangles. That's kind of interesting. I had a much harder time putting triangles on top of squares. Now, see, it doesn't want to snap. Oh, wait, no, it's trying, but it doesn't want to snap to the front there for some reason. Okay, fair enough. Then let's do what it's trying to get us to do. That is, let's go ahead and we'll put a square foundation here. And then that means this one would actually be a wedge. Nope, see, it wants to do it the wrong way. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get that rounded shape, where we're sort of alternating wedges and squares. Problem is, it's fighting with us because of the extreme slope of the mountain. I don't like to give up very easily. That's trying to go too far underneath it. What I need is maybe a wedge underneath it. Right. And then a square here. That'll work. Right? No. That's not going to work. Hold on. I'm getting my pattern is getting all messed up now. It should go in here, square, and then triangles. So that's not going to work. This is not going to work. This is incorrect. Destroyed. Well, we can always abandon this idea, I guess. I didn't... Oh, no. That's what I want. That's what I've always wanted. Thank you. I don't know why that was such a pain. Now we just need a square underneath it, followed by a wedge. And then this should be the center here. Let's get a look at it. See what this is starting to look like. Okay. So this is going to be obstructed by the mountain? I'm not sure. It seems like it would be a bit. That's sort of what I want, right? Sort of. Let's get our Greater Wheel of Pain for reference once again. That's going to be at least a couple of rows. We could offset it. Ooh, there's that lightning. See, my thought is if we just do the floor flat from there, even with this big circle, it's not going to go as low as it should. So let's see if we can lower it, yeah, a little bit more. And then a little bit more, right? No, from here it's going to be more wedges. We're going to need a lot of wedges. That's okay, we'll come back. The planning is the most difficult part. Do I necessarily want a thing on either end? I think I do. Because I think if I put a wedge here, right, then that lends itself to that which is just a square here. See, the tricky part is knowing when you have to put down a foundation and when you don't want to put down a foundation. See, because if I don't put down a foundation here, there should be one underneath it, right, like this, which means the next one to continue and of course now it's fighting with me. Nope, nope, that's not what I want. Okay. I think we have enough to get started at least. So the building is going to be significantly large. That's good. This awkward railing here, I think we can do something with that. I think we can. The big thing is we need to be able to continue the circle down here. That is the big thing. So it's going to be a square here, and over here it will be a square down. Sure, I guess we could do that. So then it's triangle, triangle, and square here. So we just work with what we have here. Ooh, look at that though. See how much it overhangs? Square. Just like that. Because, or no, those are wedges because then the square goes here. I think it's happening. I think this is what I'm going for. So it's one square, 3 triangles, then it's 2 squares. Right? 2 squares, and then more than, it's like 5 triangles after that. Ooh, wait, nope, there we go. Getting there. But these triangles are going to have to be on par with this. See, this is the point where we need to consider where the wheel is actually going to go, because we're going to need a large flat surface. So we can build up to a certain point, probably the midpoint, I'm thinking. It doesn't look right, but I guess it is. Probably build up from here, I would think. I'm not certain. Can always add squares to the areas that meet the triangles. So we know that's how it's going to go. Except here. So the top layer actually goes twice. It's 1, 2, 3, followed by 5, 2, 3, 1, the circle, 1, 3, 2, 5, and then 3. Right, so there's one more row right down here then. 1, 2, and 3, and that's the edge of the circle. So this is as far as the circle cuts. Oh wow, that's significantly into the mountain. I don't know if we'll have the room to do that. The slope might be a little too gentle. It would be pretty neat to be able to do it, but if we likely need a steeper cliff. We gotta look at it from the side. We might be able to make this work. Whoa! Easy does it. Alright. It seems like there's just not going to be a flat enough space without extending it out. Right, because even this, if we wanted to go, we'd have to extend it out from here. That might be doable. It's going to take a lot of foundations, though. It's going to take a lot of foundations. No, because that's going to be all inside the mountain. So the only way to not have it inside the mountain, you have to have it down towards the bottom. I think it's time to bring some more supplies. Okay, so we've done a little bit of rearranging. When I think I last had some recording going, we were over here, built in this area. This slope was just too gentle, and the tower wasn't quite large enough that I wanted, so I built over here. Now, something that I've noticed as I've started building over here and already spent significant resources investing into it, is as I go close to the road, we got a little ghost visitor who I guess is waiting. Yep, there we go. So I'm wondering what happens if I build over top of this road, or even if I just build close to it. Is this going to be a thing that happens constantly? I don't know. But this is the better area to build what I'm trying to do. And so all I was doing was just expanding the circle out to its full conclusion, at which point we can assess where we're going to put the wheel. It's going to have to be like this. A lot of foundations for this part over here, but it's going to be worth it. It's not exactly going to be a tower, but this one single building is going to be where we do everything, and it has to be elevated off the ground a little bit. Now, we will incorporate some kind of stair system. Yeah, I think I see how I want to do this. So from here, it's going to be 3 squares, right? And they're going to stack up as well. Nope, we don't need a square there. That was a waste. So we'll get rid of this one. And then from here, it's 1 more row of wedges, and then another row of squares after that. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's pretty significant as far as size, but again, this building has got to have all of our stuff in it, and it kind of meets up right with the road, which I do like. At first I didn't like that, but then I thought, no, that's kind of neat. So we're going to stick with it. We are going to deal with, though, from the looks of it, this. This is going to be a regular thing. Suppose that could happen anywhere, though, where there are ghosts. So that they just become part of your home life. Your friends. We can name them. We're going to see them a lot. I'm sure of it. I don't know, maybe we'll be built up enough off the ground that it won't matter? No, because I triggered them. Or was it when I jumped down? I don't know. We'll have to see. Okay, so the greater wheel of pain is actually going to extend out like this. And beyond that half of the building. And then it's just going to wrap around it. All of this area here, built into the mountain, is going to be cut into little rooms and such. Places to cook, places to make, extra materials. We're going to put down a torturer's bench. We've got to have a place to, make the gruel, repair our weapons, and all that. So, that being said, let's go ahead and put this back. We'll grab some more of these frames that I brought, although I don't know if I brought enough, but figured I had enough to get started to wrap up the episode with. Because from here, the next episode will be putting everything together. So I've got to get the structure laid out here. Yeah. So we're going to have to start thinking of names for our ghost dwellers. Because that's going to be a thing, and I am not moving all of this again. So we're just going to live with them. They're our friends. But we're going to have to extend these sides out like this, and it appears these rocks are giving us a hard time, so let's clear them out. Thought I could just build right on top of them, but the game said, nope, I do not like that. You will go around. You will not build on top of them. Thank you. Have a nice day. Oh, over encumbered. That's all right. Now let me build on top of this one, though. Oh, it's about to get impossibly dark out here. I'm just going to throw all that stone down. I don't really care about the stone. Okay. Stone's out of the way. Let's get a torch so we can at least see a little bit, please, and thank you. This part has to extend out. Now this is the most important place where the rubber meets the road, so to speak, is where the mountain and the floor actually meet and join up. That's quite a long... Oh no, I guess it's not that long. It's not that long. There we go. Ooh, wolves. Okay, so from here it's going to be more wedges. Lots and lots of wedges. As fast as we can place them. No, not as fast as we can place them. We don't want to waste any pieces through misclicking. Although that will happen. If we can limit it, we want to limit it. Alright. Let's get these rocks out of our way here. More stone that we don't care about. I thought about doing this in sandstone just so it would be fast, and then placing the insulated wood over top of it. I still go through my head whether or not it's worth it. I think it is worth it if you're dealing with normal harvesting rates, but if you have accelerated harvesting rates, it's probably 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. It really just depends, I guess. Because you still have to get materials, and it still takes extra time, and it saves you if you tear stuff down, but if you don't tear anything down, then it just ends up being a significant use of your time and resources without any real benefit. Alright, so we've got 2 more rows over there. Next are the rows over here. Oh, there's our friends again. Ooh, wow, it gets really dark when this torch goes out. So we're going to have to light this area up for sure. It's dark, and then it's light. And then it's dark, and then it's light. Okay, we made it. Let's grab... What did I run out of? I ran out of the square foundations. Okay. Put those here. Brought some materials with me in case I needed to craft pieces on the fly, and then I also got materials back from when I destroyed stuff. And of course we have a lot of these materials back at our other base. It's just a small trip there and back. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. So we get to where we need more. I'll just run back. Listen to those wolves. Alright, so we're continuing with the wedges here. Trying to get to a point where the vision is easily realized before I wrap up the episode. That's the kicker, because I want it to be obvious what I'm doing if it isn't already. Although I doubt it's... Oh, I can tell that's going to get annoying. That's okay. It's okay. We'll only be here when we're gathering and getting thralls. This isn't going to be like our permanent house by any means. Just one of our many thrall locations. We also have thralls... Oh, I gotta keep going with squares. Whoops. Also have thrall locations at other areas. I keep forgetting we have a thrall area set up, an old one set up by the Black Hand Pirates section. That could be neat to revisit them, but it's just such a long way from everything. Until we have mounts or some way to transport thralls long distance, it's slightly painful. Having to move a thrall a long ways. This is going to look good. This is going to look good. I'm feeling good about this. Okay, so we're going to continue with the square foundations. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. And then we'll do the same over here. We should be able to put down the Wheel of Pain. No. Okay. We should be able to put down the Wheel of Pain, the Greater Wheel of Pain here in just a moment, actually. So I think... Oh, now we gotta go get more of our blue goop. Oh, but that's the other neat thing, is this is a good area to do that. And to get some gossip. Oh, what happened? Are you kidding me? Boy, the shift delete function is a little trigger happy. A little bit. There we go, and we just continue placing pieces down haphazardly wherever we want without a care in the world. And then we get these random little pieces sticking out. and then a wedge goes here. And let's see, wedge goes here, and square goes there. Perfect. Okay. That's probably plenty of space for our greater wheel of pain. We should be able to do some intricate stuff with, like, walls. But I'm thinking about maybe we could do foundations all the way around and then walls on that. See, I'm not 100% sure about the interior or the aesthetics, but I know that I want this area to be, yeah, see, here you go. Not enough contact with the ground, not aligned with the ground. Oh, wait, oh. It flickered. Okay, so it doesn't mind being off-center. Oh, yeah, maybe we need to rotate it. There we go. All right, let's step back. Let's get a bird's eye view of this. So the center of the circle is right here where that little hexagon is. Center of the circle. The center of the shape that's mirroring a circle. So if we do this, we get more clearance on those sides, but then it kind of butts up against the wall there. I think that's kind of what I'm looking for. We can always make another one. I don't want to be too critical. Right there. Okay, so this is the area here. Let's no. We're not making this, and we're not using that. Stop trying to repair it. Yeah, that's pretty center. It's off center. It's meant to be off center though, because this building is not going to be nothing but that. It is going to be some other stuff, and then the circle will just wrap around. It'll meet up with the mountain. We'll probably do some sort of, like, I don't know, maybe. I don't know. I want it to look a certain way. We're going to experiment with it some more, though. I really do like these circular, or at least semicircular shapes that are trying to be circular. So, and I'm trying to push myself to build a little more non-standard buildings into the terrain, do things that are just maybe a little different. Instead of making something large and expansive, which is going to take forever to get to look nice, I want to do something that's just a single building and defensible and looking nice, kind of like our towers becoming up north, but this one for Thralls. That being said, this is where I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. I'm going to try to put down more foundations and suss out the actual core of what this building is. And then hopefully then the next episode we'll be in a position to get some Thralls. Because I think going after that city, and then, oh, we're also going to need a place for Ambrosia. That's going to be over here too, because we're going to have to refill our Ambrosia. But we'll figure that out. That being said, this has been Conan Exiles, episode 105. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've had a good time watching. Oh, because as always, I've had a good time playing. Oh, that's gonna get old. Just come back next time as we hopefully get set up into a position to start taking Thralls. I don't know how much work I'm going to be able to continue off camera. If this doesn't get finished, or at least to the point where I want it to be, then the next episode will end up being that. But it'll be good either way. Until next time, though, take care.